The Local and the Global of Fracking by Shannon Condon. The discussion for this week centers around this question: is fracking the wave of the future and renewed security for the U.S., or, as Naomi Klein would argue, is it a risky proposition that endangers all of us on the planet? As well as being a major area of debate, this discussion is important to the theme of our chapter this week, the international political economy. The two sources that provide information for this week's discussion are the articles Don't Just Drill Baby, Drill Carefully by Fred Krupp and Welcome to the Revolution by Edward Morse. Both articles discuss energy production on a local and global scale and the development of new energy sources such as shale oil and gas. The first article, Don't Just Drill Baby, Drill Carefully, is a piece on the development of new energy resources, shale oil and gas, through the process of hydraulic fracturing or fracking. The author, Krupp, focuses on the environmental concerns of this process and the impact that petroleum production has on the U.S. and global economy. According to Krupp, the environmental damages caused by fracking include air pollution, contaminated drinking water, noise and dust, and methane leakage. Each of these local effects is a consequence of the process of hydraulic fracturing. Although there are several economic benefits of shale gas, the aforementioned environmental risks have significantly lowered public opinion, and the existence of fracking sites are continuously protested by the local population in fracking areas. Krupp states that these effects can be diminished through reformation of the regulation standards in the gas industry. Monitoring construction and maintenance of wells, requiring the usage of better equipment, and disclosing chemical usage are all ways that states can use the law to combat the negative impact of fracking. If the U.S. implements these regulations, then many other nations such as China, Great Britain, and France may follow suit. Overall, the regulated production of shale gas, as opposed to the use of high-carbon coal, can help to slow the rate of climate change, but the ultimate goal should be to fully transition to a truly clean, renewable energy. The second article, Welcome to the Revolution, is a piece on the production of shale oil and gas in the United States and the geopolitical consequences of the rising rate of production. The author, Morse, discusses economic benefits as well as environmental concerns related to the process of hydraulic fracturing. According to Morse, the economic benefits of U.S. oil and natural gas production show that the shale revolution is here to stay. These benefits include a price reduction in gas and oil, job creation, and lowered electricity costs. On top of these benefits, the U.S. could reduce dependence on imports and increase export earnings. However, the article does discuss some of the environmental downsides to fracking, including pollution of underground aquifers, spurring of seismic activity, and the spilling of waste products. Morse believes that these negative effects are currently being mitigated, and too much restrictive regulation will slow down the revolution. On a global scale, hydraulic fracturing is becoming the focus of energy production in many countries. However, the U.S. has the head start on this energy revolution and will be a winner in the geopolitics of energy. It is possible for the U.S. to even start approaching energy independence because of this new natural resource production. Overall, Morse believes that the revolution of shale oil and gas is a positive thing because of its economic benefits and that it may bring an end to OPEC's 40-year dominance over international energy pricing. The information presented in these two articles is very important to the discussion topic because each article represents a different side of the argument. The first side of the argument, that fracking is the wave of the future and renewed security for the U.S., is supported by Morse's article, Welcome to the Revolution. This source illustrates the economic benefits of hydraulic fracturing on a local and global scale in order to conclude that fracking is the wave of the future. In contrast to this, Krupp's piece, Don't Just Drill Baby, Drill Carefully, supports the other side of the argument, that fracking is a risky proposition that endangers us all. This article analyzes the environmental impacts of fracking and shows how this process is not the energy solution that the U.S. really needs. In addition to the articles, Chapter 9, The International Political Economy, provides background information that can be utilized when deciding which side to take on the argument. Specifically, the section, The Key Role of Petroleum Markets, provides a good description of the current and past state of the international energy market in relation to economic globalization. So which side of the argument presented is correct? That is for each of you to decide. Altogether, the articles and the chapter will help guide your critical thinking, and a good understanding of all three will promote an intellectual discussion.